Hey everybody, welcome back to my Nintendo YouTube channel. It is Kidlot404, and tomorrow there's going to be a Nintendo Direct on April 1st, on April Fool's Day of all days. It's going to be pretty interesting. I'm hoping that they actually announce a lot of great games, especially for the Wii U, because of course it seems like the Wii U lineup this year is a little bit lacking. I know we had games like Kirby and Mario Party, but other than that, in addition as well with the news that Zelda is going to be delayed, it doesn't look too good for Wii U at this point. I know we have things like Mario Maker and Star Fox and Splatoon, but I'm still hoping for like at least one big title that we can look forward to at least coming maybe this summer. You know, I'll be fine I guess with the fall, but maybe, you know, earlier rather than later is kind of my preference for that. But yeah, it hasn't been a good year for Nintendo, for Wii U, and you know, it seems like the Wii U is just so unpopular. You know, it seems like there's even analysts saying that Nintendo is actually better off abandoning the Wii U sooner than later, and then coming out with their NX maybe in 2016 or as early as possible, because it just seems like, you know, as usual with the situation with third-party developers and units sold and so on and so forth, that the Wii U is likely headed to be the worst console ever in terms of sales for Nintendo, which is kind of a sad thing actually, especially since this is their first HD console, and you know, it held so much promise in the beginning, but it's kind of like a little bit of a wasteland now in terms of, you know, what it's done so far. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. What can you do about it, you know? So anyway, I'm going to talk now about the games that I'm looking forward to actually see in tomorrow's Nintendo Direct. I guess the first game, the obvious game, I'm playing some Fire Emblem, so it's kind of a hint. Yeah, I want to see some Fire Emblem If. That's such a weird name, huh? Fire Emblem If. But yeah, I want to see some more Fire Emblem If gameplay. I just want to know more about the story. I mean, they had this crazy reveal trailer. There's so many things that are being teased, you know, from like the style of the armor that the warriors are wearing, and like that big golem that came out and was attacking like a bunch of people and so on and so forth. So, you know, it's interesting. I want to see the whole premise of the story, like what is the conflict going to be in this Fire Emblem. And if you haven't known already, I am a big Fire Emblem fan. If I haven't told you that, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan. You're watching some old school gameplay of Fire Emblem right now, Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, on the original DS. And this is when it was, you know, it was an okay game. A lot of people thought that this game was like pretty bad or just okay. I liked it a lot, but the thing that made this game unique was the online multiplayer aspect. Yes, Fire Emblem Online. This game had online. It was fun for me, at least for me, to go and battle against other people, you know, my units versus their units. And of course, I was a little kid in high school, you know, very competitive and so on and so forth. If you look at the statistics on these units, they're out of this world. They're almost maxed out on the important stats, and that's something that you never really see in a Fire Emblem game, where you have like max speed, max attack, and it's just, I RNG abused. I'm not going to get into detail, but I basically kind of RNG abused and reloaded save states over and over again, like right before I leveled up for each character, to make sure that I got like a +1 every time I leveled up on the important stats. I was so competitive back in the day, but it was just because it was so fun to play online multiplayer. So yeah, I mean, because I love Fire Emblem so much, I just can't wait to see all the great stuff that's going to be happening and that they're going to be revealing for Fire Emblem If tomorrow. So got my fingers crossed for that. Anyway, also in terms of other games, Pokemon Z, maybe it's a little too early, I don't know. I think last year Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was revealed in May, so that's a month early, but we might get some information about the next Pokemon game. Don't quote me on this, but I think someone in the past said that there's been, without fail, a Pokemon game that's been released every single year since Pokemon Emerald. So this year would be no different if Pokemon Z came out, and of course if it does come out, we're all going to be excited. We're going to do the same thing that we've done for the last 2 years. We're going to have the whole shebang, let's play live stream, we're going to have a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, what's going to be different about Pokemon Z, right? It's going to be, I guess, a different storyline this time. Maybe that Z Pokemon, that Zygarde Pokemon, is going to have a bigger impact in the story. He's going to be more involved. He's going to be the master of the X and Y legendaries that are in the game. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see potentially like what they're going to be doing different in Pokemon Z. And like I said, we're going to do the whole shebang. Expect a lot of videos, and even just videos talking about it, you know, like the news and speculation about it before the game actually releases. So yeah, I'm looking forward. I mean, I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers as well, that they will at least hint that Pokemon Z is coming out this year. I'm fairly certain that it is. I mean, those are the two games off the top of my head. I guess, you know, Star Fox and Mario Maker and Splatoon and the rest of those games. I'm looking forward to those as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think for Wii U, like I said, I just hope that there's one really big game that's going to be coming out for that console. You know, I don't want to bring this up. I might want to talk about this in the future in another video, but I feel, you know, like, I don't know, Nintendo, I don't know, are they better off waiting on their big ticket games? Like, for example, Zelda. Like, a lot of people are saying, okay, the reason why they're delaying Zelda, I think it's pretty much done in my opinion, but the reason people that are thinking that it's being delayed, is because that Nintendo wants to put it on their next console, NX, rather than Wii U, because Wii U is a failure, and NX is, you know, likely going to be much better because they've learned from their mistakes with the Wii U. If you want to think in terms like that, I mean, that might be kind of scary in some sense, that Nintendo is pretty much holding all their big ticket games and big ticket you know, items and so on and so forth. All their big games, they're kind of, you know, not willing to put it on the Wii U anymore. They're going to hedge their bets and try to make it so that it's successful on the NX. So we might just get a bunch of fodder, you know, so to speak, for the rest of the Wii U's lifespan. Let me know if you guys think that's the case. I definitely think it's interesting if Nintendo has like this economical strategy to delay games for the next console rather than make it for Wii U. But that's definitely something that I might want to talk about in the future. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess, or I don't know, I might not make a video, but it's still going to be interesting. I'll be right there with you guys watching the Nintendo Direct live and seeing what they have to say, all the new stuff that's in store for us gamers. So that's it. Killout404 out. Peace.